Hello, 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 hello.
Ooh,
Hello, hello, hello,
there she go again.
hello.
World boyfriend.
Hello,
Ooh, what they talking
hello,
about?
hello,
Ooh,
hello. Welcome to Brittany
So
Buckley
she been
glow.
doing
exercise.
Angel
something.
so glow.
Ooh, who that? Ooh, look, she
Hello,
up to no good. Big back Kyla there again.
hello,
Ooh.
Hey y'all, this your girl Brittany from Brittany Bug Creations. So I just don't understand. Like when you are a kind person, you be decent to a person, whatever. Kindness is literally, they want to label kindness as weakness or whatever. As, oh, you're weak, so let me take advantage of you. Just because you kind does not make you stupid. Far from that. If anything, that makes you extremely emotionally intelligent. But sometimes it's like when you observe people and they folly and you see the stupid things that they're doing consistently, and you almost like a parent does to a child. Bless that little poor little stupid heart. They don't understand what they're doing. Bless their poor little heart. And you feel sorry for, I guess it's more so you just feel sorry for the lack of understanding, the lack of foresight or insight of what they're doing, And then at the same time, it's like when they think that they're playing you, they're playing a game with you. It's like, honey, I don't see in this game. I already see you from front to back, A to Z, all of that. You're not fooling nobody. It's like when a child is trying to fool their parent or whatever. Oh, they don't understand that the very thing that they doing, that came straight from the parent. You can't outsmart the parent in the situation. It's just more so when you see somebody going down a path and you're like, oh my God, are you really going to be this stupid? It's like, are you going to be boo the fool? Are you going to force my hand in this situation? It's more like you having mercy more than anything on a person. You're having mercy. But at the same time, when you're older and you're wiser, you choose to make your decisions smartly in a different way. You can abuse your power, but the karma that comes back is so swift. Would you want to face the consequence of karma? And then when you're dealing with somebody who's so ignorant and stupid, it's like, when somebody don't know, so like again, when you're dealing with the child and they think they're getting away, it's just that the mindset is so immature. It's like, well, you can be malicious toward a child, or you just let the child go along as they bump their head, find out on their own what it really be. It's more like smart leadership, smart parenting in a way. Sometimes you have to let people go off on their own and figure out their own way. It's not for you to be the judge of what they do, the judge and punisher. Oh, you got it. They didn't. To be criticizing them. Let them figure this shit the fuck out the way they want to, the way they need to. God will let you know. God will handle that. The universe will handle that. Everybody else, if they don't do that bullshit with, it's going to come back on them. And the next person may not be so merciful. Okay? But like I said, I want to say to anybody who's an empathic person, don't stop being nice. Don't be sitting there trying to, well, you're not a victim. Ain't nobody a victim here. But when wrong is wrong, but the problem is that when there's people that's out here seeing wrong going on and they don't speak on it, don't tell no truth or whatever, but willing to get up on the side of the person that is in the wrong, the ignorant person, following the blind willfully. That's the problem. When common sense is right there smacking you in your face, and you refuse to see the common sense. You jump on board with nonsense instead of jumping on board with logic, reason. Like, it's crazy though, because I work at a job where it's just like sometimes when I'm talking to my older folks or whatever, and it just be the people who actually work hard for something, who actually lived a life, who've actually put in the work to at least rear their families in a way that their families are thriving. It goes back to having values. It goes back to having values. When you care about your children, when you care about the people that's around you, when you really are invested in your family, You work on putting your family in the best possible thriving environment that you could think to put them in. You make hard decisions and sacrifices to make sure that they have the best. And sometimes, unfortunately, with some individuals who are literally, being adult bodies, but literally are in the mindset of a child, at a certain point, you have to basically, there's no parenting or coddling, though, but you can't even have sympathy. The crazy part is that, what I like about the Native American culture is that when they talk about shamanism and stuff like that, and when they're talking about, I guess the shaman leaders, when they really go all the way into the depths of reaching into their ancestral roots and so forth, and they're out. I guess they're being possessed by their ancestors or whatever, but they're channeling. It's literally a point of working through those traumas. And it's like now people want to sit there and throw pills at everything. And we in the sick world where we're living amongst the unaccountable narcissistic individuals, people that are in high places that have no business being there, emotionally immature, emotionally stunted, have no concept of accountability, responsibility for the actions that they take on making decisions for people that are impacted, people who are following them, that are literally jumping off the cliff with them. And really the narcissists, these narcissistic people are not falling off the cliff. It's those who are sitting there trusting and relying on them who are jumping off the cliff. That's why it pays to use your own daggone common sense. Critical thinking is a must. But you have people that are willing to go along with nonsense, who will not speak up about things that are wrong and that are unjust. But those who do speak on it, those who are the true speakers, are the ones that are the voice of reason that get attacked, like the witch at the damn stake. It's a damn shame. When they talk about people who are conspiracy theorists and whatever, okay, it's funny how those conspiracy theorists somehow end up becoming the truth. How about, 4 or 5 years later, those same conspiracies, they were wrong. They didn't know what they were talking about. Yeah, it's funny how they find out 5 years, but you've been, the truth been smacking you in your face the entire time. It's basically when you get scapegoated for being the reason, because you threaten the daggone stupidity at the top running the show. Stupidity at the top only thinks about themselves. Stupidity at the top but basically have no thought for human life or anything that's below it or underneath. They have no concept, ain't suffering nothing because everybody else is busy suffering on their behalf. That's why I can't stand when people be sitting there talking about, what party do you choose or whatever, the Democrats or the Republicans. It doesn't matter. You're getting screwed by both. Duh. I'm one of those people that I'm loyal to only the ones, if I benefit from you at that moment, if you're a politician in office, yes, it's for that moment. But 9 times out of 10, whenever they're willing to do something to help you for that moment, that means they're stealing 75% of whatever little trinket that they dangling in front of your face. You're not getting nothing out the deal. You're getting a trinket, but it's what's already yours that they're stealing from you. It's the same thing. It's like the whole system that we're in is set up. It's basically a microcosm. When they talk about narcissism and stuff like that, it's just a microcosm. It's a reflection of what's already going on, how our structures are already set up. It's already a reflection of that. It's something wrong with the society and the culture that we are condoning this nonsense. If somebody is a piece of shit, then call them out on a piece of shit. They being a shit. They piece of shit. And they need to be sat down, not congratulated for being a piece of shit. Put in the goddamn work that it takes to be great, to be a leader, to be somebody of noteworthy cause, to be of real influence. And if you're going to be of influence, then lead with conviction, thought, and action. Be the damn example. Nobody got time for people within there wearing masks and playing around like, I'm actually doing the da-da-da-da. But they sitting and living a whole fake life. I'm going to use myself for an example. I've worked very hard, though. I have a special needs daughter. I've worked very hard to get her diagnosis and everything established on my own as a single mother. I didn't ask for nobody's help. I did what was necessary. I put the work in to make sure that my daughter got to a position, got to a school where she is now able to get the assistance that she needs. And I still put in the work, and I still go through the daily struggles. It's not no thing of you do this one thing one good time and that's it, blah, that's it. No, it's a continual choosing to do the right thing, choosing to be a person of character, choosing to be a person that really has a freaking heart. Care about the next person. But at the same time, you would have these individuals that would sit there and try to label you as weak and stupid because you don't sit there and announce their stupidity at every turn. When you're dealing with somebody that's a stupid idiot, then you just let them be a stupid idiot. And then you start making quiet motions to move yourself from a situation. And if you're dealing with somebody in power that's so stupid and petty, that does not have the emotional intelligence of a gnat, that does not have your well-being in concern, then you do the smart thing. You start moving strategically to remove yourself from situations when you got people that were willing to basically make terrible decisions that are literally putting you in harm's way, and people who are willing to put them own selves in harm's way by condoning such behavior, by enabling such individuals. That's the problem. There's so many people enabling bad behavior, sick behavior, and thinking it's cool until they ass get bitten behind. When you don't warn they ass and told they ass several times. But they mad at you when it comes for you for telling the damn truth from the very start. And I'm telling these people out here, empaths, anybody that you got a heart, don't stop being a loving person. Just don't even deal with the snake no more. As soon as you start seeing the snake though or whatever, it's like you can't even feel sorry for nobody. You gotta always wonder when the person is in the position they in, you now these days have to question if they out on their ass, what did they do to be out there on their ass? Because the same very thing, the same very people that are so broken down and trodden and so, life has given me a bad... Yes, fool, everybody done got a deal of bad cards. Most of us have. But you make decisions. You make smart decisions the next time. You try to learn the best way you can. You try to do the best way that you can heal. Because it's the crazy part is that when you're reared up in a family or a household or a society, and it's not even, I can't even say it's society, it's really, or a family or thing or whatever. It could be how you came up in the church. It's the way our systems are set up. It's how you brought up in the classrooms. Let's just be truthful. Let's be honest about the classrooms and stuff like that. They're not teaching our kids. They don't give a crap about our kids. They're invested in making them a part of the workforce and making them dumber. The way that these curriculums, and I'm saying this because I homeschooled my own kids. The way the curriculums are set up, they're not set up for the kids to learn anything. The stuff doesn't even make no sense. How they're teaching them, the methods of what you're teaching them, is complicated for no reason. For something that is a straight to the point, simple, straight to the shot type of deal. And most of the things that they're teaching them are things that these kids ain't gonna remember, won't ever use. Not teaching them financial literacy, nothing of that nature. Not teaching them nothing about their heritage. I don't care what anybody say. I really feel like those who are of color, most of us are really indigenous to the land that we're in, and they're trying to tell us that we came from another land. It just does not make sense. Where's the evidence? For me, it's just a lack of questioning. It makes me wonder. Give me the evidence. I don't want to hear somebody just excerpt some words in the book. Where's the physical evidence of these things that happen, who we really are? I really think that a lot of what has been going on is those of us, that of a certain color or whatever. When they talk about Mardi Gras in New Orleans or whatever, and they talk about, and it's a strong aspect of the Native Cherokee celebration that they do. They reference them a lot. That seem like a coincidence. Don't you think that you actually might be indigenous? That when Christopher Columbus came here, that we were the copper people that they were talking about in the books, in his travels, in his writings. When they took on the women of the Daguan native tribes, who do you think they were talking about? And then when they all of a sudden brought religion, They basically brought religion to replace your heritage, your identity, who you are, and you have you basically labeling yourself as an African American, all these other nationalities that you really don't really have no real identity with. It just don't make no sense. It's just not making no sense. The math ain't mathing. But people are not willing to investigate and look into when somebody's talking about, oh, I'm in leadership or whatever. They're not questioning how they got their power, if they're really who they say they are. And what they're telling you how to do this and be this and da-da-da, and they're not even doing that. They're not even living that example. They're lying to you. And it's the same thing that goes down on the macro level, on the macro level, these institutions. Let's even talk about our healthcare system. The healthcare system is not invested in helping you become better. They're invested in making you sick. So they can keep making money off your ass. You got sick people at the top, these emotional intelligence of a gnat, devoid of a soul. And they want to convince you that it's not okay for you to have a soul, for you to not have a heart. In order for us to really thrive and to make a movement, to be able to make change in this world, to be able to do anything to affect our community, you can't rely on no damn politician for a damn thing. You can't rely on a damn politician for a damn thing. What do you think they do? They go into the office and they come in, in meager ways and making not having so much money, and then all of a sudden they get in the office and they done had the whole come up because they stole the money from you. They offered you a prom, didn't deliver on none of their promises, and stole from you. What do you think these narcissists are doing on the local level? And they want to train the society that this is okay. This is not self-sustaining in any kind of way. And somebody has to be parenting in this situation. Somebody has to go in with the parents' mind, because when you're dealing with these little minute, ain't got no soul type of individuals, those are the ones that send a whole society into destruction. And it's the lack for good people to stand up and to have a backbone and say no to the damn shit. It's a lack of that to make people accountable and give them consequences. But y'all want to enable these type of people. There's something really mentally fucked up about that shit. Something mentally fucked up about the individual, about a person that would sit there and go along with it, have a goddamn backbone. Stand on business. And for myself, I done got so goddamn tired because I done got kicked out of churches. I done got kicked out of environments because I done spoke the truth. I done spoke my mind and said what I stood on business. You speak truth to fucking power, and I'm going to take you out. And let you be a woman, especially a woman of color. Especially let you be a woman. These men need to be sat down and told about themselves. Y'all need to quit enabling this stuff. And, no, it's not okay. And for the women that's out here with this movement, yes. You got these people that's doing the red pill, black pill, blue pill, whatever. I don't give a damn what you call it. But they hate women. No, women are just tired of putting up with your shit. Be accountable. Be a man. You're not entitled to do anything. In order to be a man, you lead by an example. And I want to even give the farm boys a daggone, pat on the back, the ones who actually got some damn sense, that is willing to work out here, work hard, and actually put good values into their boys. I'm not talking about y'all. Y'all that's doing right. Y'all keep doing what y'all. Congratulate y'all every day. Thank you. We need more of y'all. Y'all need to speak up and start making yourself known. Y'all need to make y'all start speaking up, even if it hurts. Even if it ain't popular. There needs to be good men making other men accountable for the bullcrap, the bullshit that he's taking these women through. And then they want to sit there and comfort the women that, you chose wrong. No, when you're dealing with the lion snake in the grass, and men ain't gonna tell you, they're not gonna tell you what they is or whatever. And it's you young, that's why they target the young women. Because they know the young women aren't seasoned enough. And sometimes you don't have older women who are healthy enough, that care enough, like I said before, who are healthy enough, who are out of their egos, who are not so wounded that they can't help the younger generation. You got to speak some sense. And I'm thankful though, even though that I come from humble backgrounds. My grandmother always said, always taught all the women in our families, the whole daggone, a whole model we go by. You always have your own stuff as a woman. Have your own shit. Don't be leaning on no man to do nothing for you. Have your own shit. You gotta have your own shit. Because the way that these men, these people is moving out here these days, they really think that they are the women in their relationship. They really want to swap places with women and assert authority, have no accountability to being a man to actually stand on their own 2 feet. They think it's a woman's job to serve them. And even when they talk about the olden days, women have rights these days now. We tired. We're not putting up with the crap. And so these people that's on the red pill, blue pill, whatever pill you want, black pill, I don't give a damn about what y'all call it, but it sounds stupid. Y'all need to be accountable. Be a man. Be a human being. Talk to a woman just how you want to be talked to. Talk to them like a human being. Treat them like human beings. And when you do that, the return on investment, it will be great. You won't have to worry about going through no suffering or whatever, because most women, when you do right by them, they will do right by you unless there's something mentally wrong with them. But anyways, back to this thing of narcissism and people who are daggone empathic. It's okay to be, don't stop being a human being. My thing is though, when I think of empathic individuals, I think of them being as a parent. How a parent sees their child. And sometimes you get that one rebellious child and so forth. It's so much love that you can have for them. But then you have to understand at a certain point, you have to let go and let God deal with them for your own mental health and well-being. And it's the same thing with these individuals. Anybody who's going around with a determination to cheat and destroy and come for another person, it's going to be the same person that gets that same treatment back. Whatever you put out into this universe is exactly what you're going to get back. That's every goddamn time. I don't care how people try to hide it and pretend or whatever. You see people that's empowered. The only reason that they not getting karma is because people are not holding them accountable. So people who are empathic, if you are good, you know what I'm saying, if you got good common sense, start calling motherfuckers out when they doing stupid shit. When you're sitting there leading people astray, when they're doing shit that is like detrimental to the environment, detrimental to the culture, detrimental to the next generation, that's teaching folks that it's okay to go on a path of self-destruction. It's not okay. Speak the hell up and quit condoning behavior. Quit enabling these people. Because when the next generation, as the world is going now, y'all think that one politician is going to save you? The only thing that's going to help you at the end of the day is your ability to connect and unite and have care for the next person that's around you. To give a damn about what happens to the person next to you. Do you think a politician is going to help you survive? They ain't nothing but puppets. They are owned. They're controlled opposition against you. Government is not about really just governing the people. It's about control. And if you don't have control of your own mental faculties, your own thinking, if you don't have control of your own damn triggers and your traumas and stuff like you don't deal with this, that's why I'm all about the whole daggone thing. This is stuff that they shun and try to keep away from the population and try to deem it as crazy. When they talk about shamans, people actually dealing with their problems. People who have gone through great traumas, great problems or whatever, who really suffered a lot. Those are things that have to be dealt with. You cannot give it a pill and all of that and sweep it away. And then the person is going into a narcissistic environment where they're basically getting attacked and just mistreated on a regular basis, and everybody act like it's like, oh, we don't see it. Let me just throw my head in the daggone sand. No. It needs to be dealt with. The pill ain't going to solve that. You got to deal with the issue. You got to talk about these things. Point blank. There's no mystery about it. It's so freaking obvious the way the society is set up, though. And then they want to say, oh, if you care about it, you got a heart. Oh, you weak. No, motherfucker, you're weak. Because basically, if the world was to end today, If the motherfucker next to you can't sit there, y'all can't have a meeting of the minds. A common goal that, hey, you know, if I try to screw this person over, I'm screwing my own self over. Then y'all going to hell in the handbasket. Y'all taking each other out immediately. So that's the whole point. It's the dag one community against one another. To pit the population against one another. We're in a rat race. Oh, they got more than everybody pretending to fake and putting on fake masks and lying. That sounds stupid. But anyways, there gotta be a level of accountability. And it gotta be somebody that has to be a parent. That has to be, you know what I'm saying, thinking. That has to be thinking over all the nonsense for the greater good. The only thing that's going to change is a grassroots movement. It's going to take individuals in the local community to get together and to actually give a damn about one another. But with these narcissistic individuals and people who are embracing this whole thing, oh, narcissism is just great, whatever, they're condoning this nonsense. This is why there's division. This is basically set up for. This is set up by the government. This is set up. This is a whole program, and y'all stuck and sleeping in the program and attacking the ones that are normal and speaking on the illness that's going on around you. It's not okay. Y'all need to get yourselves together. I don't give a damn about what anybody say. That's not okay. At the end of the day, it's almost like if you, as a person who is normal in your thinking, you have a heart, you give a damn, it doesn't make you stupid, it makes you incredibly emotionally intelligent and sound. The only problem is that it's like when you're dealing with a child. When you know a child is going down a certain destructive path, you have to let that child go and pray that they're okay and make it through. And when you're dealing with them certain type of individuals, you hold them accountable and pray that they make it through. But people got to hold them accountable. Point blank. But that's all I got for y'all, though, when it comes to being an impacted individual. Don't stop being an empath. But don't let nobody play in your emotions. You just deal with them like you would deal with the child, like you would deal with the teenager. Let them motherfuckers go. Let them go. You have to cut them off, give them hard love, whatever, tough love or whatever. You can love them, but you got to, at the end of the day, think of yourself being a parent. When you're dealing with these individuals, these are unhealed children. But y'all, that's all I have for y'all. Hope y'all having a wonderful day. Bye.